Good afternoon, my dear students. Well, in the last class, we could start with Babar Ali, and today this is the last segment of the lesson Babar Ali. Welcome back to Sri Guru Independent View online classes. Hope you're all watching the videos regularly. Fine. Let us continue today Babar Ali. In the last class, we could discuss with Babar Ali's successful story of his school, and today we'll continue how the school runs, with what sort of system, and how many people are going to work, and how it is quite interesting, rather than saying, well, my dear students, meet some pure, good, kind souls. Meet some pure, good, and kind souls. In what way? Babar Ali school, there are some kind-hearted people who are working for the development of the school, clad in widow's whites, clad in the sense white dress, stick in hand. Tulurani Hajra is an illiterate fishmonger by morning and a crusading educationalist by afternoon. She works. Tulurani Hajra, who is she? She's a fishmonger. Fishmonger. Who catches the fish? And who catches and whose appearance is completely like a spinster, an unmarried woman. How an unmarried woman wears white sari. She is in white sari, who is playing both the roles, who is selling the fish as well as conducting the campaigns. Working for the Babar Ali's school's strength. But still she is an illiterate. She is not literate at all. Well, on fish selling rounds of nearby villages, her job is to confront erring parents, even along with crusading. Crusading means campaigning. Along with crusading, even she is helping the erring parents, messed up parents, who are having misconception about sending their children to the schools. In usually villages, people, especially when we come across with working class people, they need to earn their livelihood. They will be sending their children to the jobs, different kinds of activities. That is the reason parents are not ready to send their children to the schools. Meanwhile, Tulurani Hajra, she is working crusader as well as an educationist, my dear students, who has stopped sending their children to school, and to find new students, she has recruited 80 till now. She is not only crusading, campaigning for the school's strength, she is convincing the working class people's parents even working class people are known as here the working class parents only. She is convincing them that their children should be sent to the school as early as possible. And what are the benefits of the education? She is trying to convey, she is completely perceiving them. This is a great thing that she is doing now. And in this way, she has recruited 80 students in the Babar Ali's school. My dear students, this is also one of the exceptional thing which cannot be accepted. Obviously, commonly nobody can accept how a fishmonger can bring the children to the school. It is unbelievable yet, but still it has to be believed. Why? Because she is working in both the ways, campaigning as well as convincing the parents and people, those who have got misconceptions. She is trying to remove the misconceptions from the parents' minds. Well, my dear students, please underline the last paragraph. Now, next. The teaching staff of NIDE is made up of high school student volunteers. How many people are there in Babar Ali school? Total teaching staff, 9. There are 9 people in Babar Ali's school. They also are average teenagers. They're all not more seniors or they are not the most seniors. They are just teenagers who are helping out Babar in making a difference. The most educated Jabrita goes to college in Behrampur. Jabrita Bhattacharya. Who is she? Jabrita Bhattacharya, the most educated teacher in Babar Ali's school. That is Ananda Shikshaniketan. My dear students, Jabrita, she is also going to the college and she is also attending the classes in Behrampur. Well, Babar Ali gives lessons just the way he has heard or learned them from his teachers. There is no building or establishment for his school. Whatever he has learned from his teachers from the school or college, the same things, the way he has been learning from his college, in the same way he is also trying to teach his children in his school. He teaches his students under the open sky. He teaches the students under the open sky because there is no well-furnished rooms and well-constructed buildings, no way at all. Well-infrastructured classrooms, no way at all. Some children sit in the mud, others on rickety benches. Rickety in the sense of shaking and defective, rickety benches. Who are shaking, not quality one. They are not at all having any quality at all. They are not at all, even they are not made new one. They are all the oldest ones. Just he is trying to put across the mode of education itself, and he is not trying to bring up anything in the form of any sort of the basic needs which are badly necessary for the learning or teaching and learning process. I mean, without providing the teachers neither teaching aids nor well-furnished classrooms nor well-infrastructured classrooms or newly constructed buildings, but everything, I mean, totally the teaching and learning process is going on under the open sky itself, that is under the open blue sky itself. Some children sit in the mud, that's there, and the family chickens scratch around nearby, so chickens are scratching here and there. In every corner of the yard, groups of children can be seen studying hard. Every corner, like in a classroom, usually we see that students, whenever they are left for group discussion, they will be doing or they will be involved in one or the other kind of activity. I mean, as they are being assigned on any issue or on any theme or on any subject, they need to discuss over it and then they have to represent it. But here, what is happening? So, group of boys are sitting in one of the corners. I mean, of course, though they are not being given over here, group of children are sitting by making their own groups and they are sitting in the corners and they are studying by their own without depending on a teacher. This is really unbelievable thing, but they have the self courage and they're all self-stimulated children over there, and they have guts, they have the boldness and they have the desire for learning, they crave for learning. That is the only reason the Babar Ali school is becoming very much popular within a short span of time, my dear students. Please get it underlined, the first both the paragraphs. It is much easier to enroll kids who are not bold enough. So class 1 and 2 have over 200 students. My dear students, class 1 and 2, there are only 200 students, and it is much easier to enroll the kids in his school. Class 8 has just 20 students. They study 10 subjects and are mostly taught by Babar and Jabrita Bhattacharya. Class 10, they study 10 subjects. They study in Babar Ali school. How many subjects they are going to study? They have to study for 10 subjects. This is truly beyond imagination. Subjects are not limited over here. I mean, Babar Ali wants to seek for the all-round development in the children. That is the reason he has, prescribed totally 10 subjects. I mean, offered 10 subjects. Babar Ali's school children are going to be offered by 10 subjects. That is the reason they will be like the developing buddies. And Jabrita is another volunteer who has been helping out for a long time now. I mean, she has been helping him since long, and many a times she did not, though she was also a student of a school and a college, but she had never denied the children. She too had stepped into the Babar Ali's way itself. The way Babar Ali stepped into his own way of teaching the children, in the same way Jabrita Bhattacharya too. I mean, these two people used to handle the higher classes in his school. Textbooks are free from class 1 to 5, but for the rest money needs to be arranged. Of course, though textbooks were being given to the children with free of cost, for other expenditures, for other expenses, students should arrange. On any given day, there are close to 400 students physically present in Babar's front yard. On any given day, commonly there were close to 400 students. There were approximately, or there were nearly 400 students who used to be present in Babar Ali school. It shows us how students were polite and honest in their presence of attending the classes and sense of presence, and moreover how they were honest in attending the classes. It can be shown over here when Babar Ali itself is honest and polite towards towards his school and towards teaching process in his school. At the same time, even his students are also very much creative, and they don't want to mess up the schools, and in this way they too have become very good learners in Ananda Shiksha Niketan. It is hard to get the children to listen, being so young themselves. The narrow age gap works to our advantage. Obviously, hard to get the children to listen. Why? What is happening? Because people, though they say that maintaining children, that too below 5 or below 5th standard, right? 5th class, it is very difficult for the teachers to maintain. Monitoring is very difficult, right? It's very easier for him. It's because narrow age gap is found, right? Babar Ali says this. And we are more like friends. The rod is spared in my school, originated from Vibras. The rod is spared in my school. The rod is spared in my school. This is from Vibras. This is from Vibras. And who writes this poem? Samuel Butler. My dear students, you should know that this line is extracted from Vibras. It's a poem. It is a poem, and this line is taken from Vibras. Who writes that poem? Samuel Butler. Why he has taken this reference here? The rod is spared in my school. The rod is not at all being used, but it's only it's fear. The rod is spared, it is protected. It's because of rod, it's because of stick. People, the children are going to be with full of afraidness. They will be fear of it. That is the only reason they'll be listening to it, right? So that's all I got about Babar Ali for now. Getting to know about a person like him makes me realize how insignificant I am. Now, Babar Ali, whatever Babar Ali is, it's because of his own knowledge, it's because of his own talent, it's because of his own hard work. His own hard work. He has not brought anything from others. He has not made anything as a ready-made food. He has worked for this from day one, my dear students. That is the reason he has topped, and he is, of course, and he has been considered as world's youngest headmaster. This is not commonly been given with such a label. The name. Getting to know about a person like him makes me realize how insignificant I am, and yet again how lucky. Even authoress Samarpita Mukherjee Sharma is telling here that We are fortunate to have such a great guy. Why? Because we are talking about him. We will be talking many a times about great personalities in the world, but there are only few who are coming up in their life with one or the other kind of achievements at the small age. This is different compared to others, and this is unique achievement, and it cannot be just compared with any other achievers in the field of education. And even I finish my story here, Babar Ali's story continues. I mean, she says that I finished my story. I mean, she would like to finish her story, and Babar Ali's story continues. He has not only helped out hundreds of children to get enlightened. It's because of Babar Ali, many people got influenced. My dear students, it's because of Babar Ali, not only many students got influenced, but also started to execute their own ideas, their own thoughts into their own firms or set goals. This is what we find a change. That's what I told you in my first video itself, that who has a challenge and who will dare for something, he will be definitely able to achieve or win. He will be the victorious fellow in this world. There is no second thought about it. Well, my dear students, he has also inspired millions of youths. Inspiring millions of youths, it's not so easy a task, right? One has to have that attractive skills. One has to have that kind of technique. One has to have that kind of the idea. One has to have that kind of managerial skill. Otherwise, one just can't do anything. One has to enthrall others. Babar Ali's tale is a testament. It is one witness. It is one evidence. Well, to the difference that one person can make in his or her world, Babar Ali's tale is a testament. Just it is a testament means what? Testament is nothing but a witness. My dear students, without a witness or without any sort of evidence, we are not going to talk anything about anybody. We have so many people with us, but we'll never talk to. We'll never talk to anybody unless we have evidence. But here we have with us is Babar Ali, who is not only just having the evidence, witness. His Ananda Shikshaniketan itself is the great witness for everyone to believe, everyone to understand, everyone to digest him in what way he is different from others. Definitely, in this case, it was a mere child who decided to do something about a situation he felt was unfair. My dear students, it was merely a child of 9 years old. Who was just 9 years old, who started as a game, but now it's not been as a game. Now it has become a big building, a structured, well-infrastructured building. He just had put a wonderful foundation. He just laid a foundation earlier at the beginning, inception, in the name of Ananda Shikshaniketan. Of course, there are now close to or around 800 students. This is what we come across Babar Ali. So Babar Ali is not a man of just words, but he is a man of actions. One has to believe in his work. One has to believe in his ideas. One has to believe in his executions. My dear students, so these are all the very important things that one should try to understand. If we understand Babar Ali, we just can make the difference at any point of time. Well, please underline the first paragraph and page number 50 to be underlined with all the paragraphs. His story also bears evidence to the fact that if you have a will, then there surely is a way. Where there is a will, there is a way. There is a quote, obviously. My dear students, there is a work. Work builds, charity destroys. Work builds, charity destroys. Who told us? Baba Amte. Baba Amte is a social reformer from Maharashtra. Maharashtra. Work builds, charity destroys. I mean, this is just an example for you people. Yes. Work, what work does always? Work builds, work constructs the ideas, work constructs the human being. Work tries the man to be perfect, but charity destroys. I mean, charity annihilates, charity makes the person to be weak and worse. That is the reason. If we have willpower, why don't we try to become something in our life? Why don't we overtake something and try to crack it? If something is possible, why everything is not possible? Obviously, if we try, definitely, if not everything, at least something will be possible in our life, according to Babar Ali. Well, my dear students, his story also bears evidence to the fact that if you have a will, then there surely is a way. If you have a will, surely you will be having a way. That a 9-year-old can alone change the world should be enough inspiration for all of us to come out of our closed cocoons. My dear students, it's a great inspiration. 9-year-old boy has been a wonderful inspiration for all of us, like a silky envelope by the larva of many insects, that is cocoons. You might have heard this word, cocoons. How this insect is covered by its larva and finally it gives us the silk and the dyes. In the same way, Babar Ali is sacrificing his entire life for the sake of his school, that is Anand Shiksha Niketan. Anand Shiksha Niketan. And what for he is working? In order to bring change, in order to bring the newness, in order to give the opportunity for his village children to see the unseen world. This is what the difference that he is doing by opening is Anand Shiksha Niketan, my dear students. So isn't it high time that we be the change that we want to see in this world? So this is the high time, this is the main, this is what we have a wonderful time. This is the high time, this is the time where we can recognize him to be the hero of a successful story. Hero for many underprivileged children. Why can't he be a person who has not only a successful story but also would like to change, transformation, transforming the minds, transforming the millions of minds at the same time. This is also an art. This is also a kind of skill that Babar Ali has into he himself. My dear students, today a Babar Ali, maybe tomorrow it could be someone from among us. Today Babar Ali has become a hero. It's because of his school Ananda Shiksha Niketan, and tomorrow you will be a hero. Today you being a student, tomorrow you will be the Prime Minister of India. You will be the President of India. You will be something. You will be an IAS officer. You will be a doctor. You will be an engineer. You will be a professor in the university. You will be something. But whatever you will be, you were something earlier, so that you are something today and you will be something tomorrow. It's because of past. Your well prepared past and better prepared today and the best future which you will be witnessing with your success in the future, my dear students. That is how one can be able to get it, through only one's work, one's persistent work. One should dedicate continuously. Perseverance should be found in one, so that only we can be able to reach our targeted goals. Otherwise, we just cannot. And it is not very often that we come across someone like Babar Ali. Coming from a small village in Murshidabad, he should be commended. He is praised often by many people. That in a serious way, commended in the sense to praise someone in a commendable way. Many people are going to respect him seriously. Yes, he is one dignified teacher here. It's because of him only thousands together, students, children are being privileged. They are being educated, that will be free of cost. So this venture is done by Mr. Babar Ali. It's because of he has a brave heart and he looks forward for that. And he has created such a milieu over there. The environment is created by he himself. That's the reason we like Babar Ali. It's not because Babar Ali is young and handsome. We like Babar Ali because he made us to like him. That's the reason we are liking him. This is what the greatness, my dear students, that we need to always find something extraordinary and exceptional characteristics and attitude. Then only we like the person. Otherwise, we'll never like anybody. That's all. We have to remember it always. Well, just for the audacity of hoping, yes, fearless daring, audacity. One should have this audacity. Fearless daring. My dear students, if we don't have this audacity, fiery determination, we just cannot go ahead anything with any sort of difficulties or impediments or troubles. Because many a times we will be slipped down. We fall down many a times in our life during our successful path. Every failure, it's a step of success. And of course, another philosopher says that failure is not an end of life, it is just a bend of life, my dear students. So one should remember that. One who goes in a intimate way or bosom way with his already cultivated task, he can be able to reach in a prescribed time. Otherwise, he cannot reach at all. Fine, anyways. It is this hope and the faith that he has upon himself that has helped him come all this way. It's because of he could have the hope. He had a great hope and faith in his hard work. That's the reason he could able to make his own way more powerful and clear. And of course it was visible. Perhaps it was seen by everyone, the entire world itself. So here is to Babar Ali. We salute you for dreaming and making your dreams come true. I mean, Babar Ali is the only person. We are saluting you for dreaming and making dreams come true. Because dreams are always dreams unless we become dreams only in our life. Dreams are always truthful when we become totally realistic with our actions and executions in our life. Then only our life will be executed seriously and colorfully with full of brightness. My dear students, here is with Babar Ali. Yes, hope till now we have discussed Babar Ali's lesson and it is ended completely. Hope you have understood Babar Ali's lesson as you have already listened to 2 videos and this is the 3rd videos, and totally Babar Ali lesson is made up of 3 sessions, 3 videos. Please keep going through the videos seriously, and meanwhile you need to go through the textbook so that you will be able to understand easily. Thank you very much for listening to the classes. Please, and at the same time keep subscribing Sri Guru Independent View online classes. Stay home and stay happy. Thank you very much once again.